It's so much fun to watch kittens at play. And one thing that's nice about a cat is that they're soft and fun to stroke. When a cat is curled up on your lap and is purring, it gives you a feeling of warmth. It's a very special feeling.
Cats. How can we understand them? Where do we begin? As an animal behaviorist, I've found the study of cats to be as interesting and as mysterious as the animals themselves. Hi, I'm Ann Childers. You know, cats have been friends to man for thousands of years. And why? Some say it's personality, others say intelligence. Where did this relationship begin? Let's find out. Almost everyone has had some experience with a cat, whether it's owning one or seeing the little paw prints on the hood of a car in the morning. The imprint of a cat's friendship on a child or adult can be very unique and special, but it has to be based on love, care, and respect. And the cat will give a lot in return. Kittens to Cats is a video guide to the care and raising of cats. It's designed to help you better understand your cat. In the next hour, we'll look at the first special weeks of a kitten's life. We'll explore the importance of socialization and look at the experiences that a kitten is exposed to. We'll talk about selecting a kitty and preparing for that homecoming. We'll closely examine health care, including diet, home health care, and veterinary care. I'll demonstrate cat training techniques, and finally, I'll show you how to correct behavior problems, which are problems in your home. But first, let's start at the very beginning. How did the cat become domesticated? Historically, cats have enjoyed a unique life. They've lived both captive and wild and have adapted to many different environments. The domestic cat is a member of the genus Felis, a group which includes the jaguar, ocelot, serval, and bobcat. There's a common opinion that the ancestor of the domestic cat was the wild cat of North Africa. The earliest human records, as early as 3500 BC, are traced to Egypt. It's thought that cats were highly valued for their skill at controlling mice and other pests, and that they stalked and retrieved small wild game, much like a dog. That's one theory. Another theory is that man and cat simply created a mutual bond for one another, that their relationship was based on love rather than work. After all, the cat is a thing of beauty, like a work of fine art. It's only natural that man would want to possess that beauty. In any event, cats shared a variety of experiences with man. They were bought, stolen, and bartered for. They migrated by land and traveled by sea, appearing around the world, adapting to many new environments. With a cat, environment is everything. It determines your cat's lifestyle, be it indoor or outdoor living. Environment also plays an important part in forming your cat's personality. For instance, if a cat is raised with children, it will learn to tolerate children. If a cat is raised with affection, it will express affection. It starts with infancy. The experiences of the first 8 weeks, the things your kitten is exposed to, will affect its behavior for the rest of its life. As each kitten is born, the mother breaks and licks off the amniotic sac and birth membranes. The kitten now begins to breathe on its own. The first few days, the kittens stay close together with their eyes closed and either nurse or sleep. The mother cat leaves every few hours to eat and exercise. When she returns, she licks them to reassure them that she is back. For the next 20 days, the mother cat will feed and protect her kittens. She will lick their genitals to promote elimination and keep them huddled together to maintain their body temperature. During this 2-week period, the kittens will slowly develop and mature. When their eyes open in the second week, they will cautiously begin to explore their surroundings. Their play behavior starts to develop as they interact with one another. The kitten's social behavior is now beginning to develop. During their 3rd week, the kittens will learn on their own to ask for food. They follow their mother and make crying sounds to get her attention, and the mother cat responds by lying down and feeding her litter. At 4 weeks, the mother will begin to wean the kittens. She will avoid them to discourage nursing. She may also start hunting and bring back dead prey for them to eat. The kittens will learn by observing their mother and imitating her actions. But the connection between killing prey and eating it as food has to be learned. The ability to stalk, pounce, grab, or bite is innate. As the kittens mature, the mother might bring them live prey. The 4th to 8th week of development is the kitten's primary socialization period. This is a critical period when the kitten establishes permanent social attachments to people. That's why handling and positive experiences with people are so important during this time. It's these experiences that will determine just how social the kitten will be as an adult. The kittens will explore, play, and learn all about their environment. This is the time the kitten will be introduced to solid food, the litter box, and perhaps its future owner.
It's so easy to love a kitty. They're soft and cute and have such innocence. Some people look for a specific breed, some for short or long hair, and others just like the color. When choosing a kitten, take time to select the one that's right for you. First of all, look around the area where the kittens have been kept. Make sure the environment seems clean. Examine the mother. Distemper is the most common disease in kittens. It's a contagious viral disease of cats. Respiratory infections are common too. Signs of either disease show runny eyes, irregular breathing, loss of energy or appetite. Don't take a kitten from a litter if any of them seem ill. A kitten's personality is already well developed at 6 weeks. There are a couple of simple tests you can try to determine if the kitty you want is the right one for you. These tests will show if the kitty is overly timid or fearful. Pick up the one that you like best. Hold him and stroke him. That kitty. Hi, sweetheart. Does the kitten seem relaxed or does it cling to you in fear? The second test is to take the kitty into a quiet room, away from all the other cats. Give the kitten a minute to get comfortable. If it begins to sniff around and explore, call the kitten and see if it will follow you. Next, use a string or ball and entice it to play. Here, look at that. Isn't that fun? All right. A kitten that remains glued to the spot you placed him on and refuses to play may be hard to socialize. For the last test, clap your hands and shout at the cat for about 5 seconds. The kitten will probably run and hide, but with coaxing should come out. This test is a good indication of how a kitten will react in a house full of noise and kids. When selecting your pet, you should make sure that your kitten was taken care of by an attentive mother cat, introduced to proper nutrition, and given plenty of love and attention. Play behavior is as fun to watch as it is to do. The power of play is incredible. It leads to the development of social relationships and social attachments. It's often an imitation of prey chasing and catching. Play helps develop the skills that can make a cat more intelligent. A cat has many ways of expressing its mood and intention. Body language, facial expressions, vocalizing, even the look in his eyes can tell you the thoughts and feelings. A cat also has 9 senses: smell, taste, touch, temperature, balance, sight, hearing, and a unique sense of direction and time. Each one of these communication tools contributes to the sensitivity and rare quality of the cat. Try to shop for all the things you'll need before your kitty arrives. If you know what diet the kitty was on originally, stay with that one until you see your vet. He can recommend a premium quality diet that's right for your cat. You should buy a collar and identification tag, a flea collar, comb, or controlling spray or powder, and you'll need a kitty litter tray and litter. You may have to experiment with the brand of litter. Some litters are so strongly scented for people odor control that the cat will choose to go other places. You may also want to buy a slotted cleaning shovel to remove waste. A grooming brush and nail clippers should just about do it. Bedding and toys can be improvised at home, as long as they are safe. Let's face it, many people select a kitty out of a cardboard box in front of a grocery store or from a pet store or animal shelter. They never get a chance to meet the mother or father cat or to see the environment the cat came from. They don't know if the kittens were handled with care or if they were neglected or abused. Of course, many of these kittens turn out to be wonderful pets, but the same things apply. The most important step in raising any kitten is socialization. That means providing good experiences with people, places, and things. When the kitten first comes home with you, make sure the house and those who live in it are ready. Let the kitten explore room by room. Show him where the food, water, and litter box will be kept. Keep the noise of a TV, radio, or stereo to a minimum. Give him lots of affection. He may be missing his family right now. Be careful how young children hold the kitten. A new home and new people can be scary. Imagine how big and loud even a small child must seem to a tiny kitten. It's no wonder he may claw and try to get away. Show the child how to hold the kitty with one hand cupped under the chest, holding the forelegs together, and the other hand supporting the hind legs. Tell them to talk softly to the kitten and hold him firmly but gently. Be careful how you walk. A small kitten may be sleeping or hiding in a popular traffic zone. Instead of lifting your feet, use a shuffle or sliding step to prevent accidents. Let the kitten become accustomed to his new home. Let him eat and sleep undisturbed, but provide as much gentle love as you can. Introduce the kitten to friends and other animals after it is relaxed in its new home. Take him with you on short errands. Cats will travel very well if they start young. Use an airline kennel or even a cardboard carrying case will do. You can place disposable baby diapers or an old towel along the bottom of the carrier for both comfort and protection against accidents. Your kitten should quickly adapt to his new environment. You will need to decide whether your cat will be an indoor or outdoor animal, or perhaps a bit of both. Cats do best living indoors. They are protected from severe weather, hot or cold, cars, aggressive animals, and people. In return, the birds are safe as well as the flower pots. He won't be leaving gifts of mice and birds at your doorstep. Indoor cats won't suffer from the exposure of outdoor living. They are less vulnerable to disease and infections, and the vet visits are fewer or less costly. Generally, the indoor cat lives longer and stays healthier. But whether indoors or out, it's your responsibility to see that your cat lives safely and happily. If you've just brought home a new kitten, you'll need to find a veterinarian right away. Proper health care, nutrition, and medical advice should always come from a responsible vet. If you don't already have a vet in mind, ask friends, pet shops, or breeders who they'd recommend, or call the Cat Fancier Association in your area. At 8 weeks of age, your kitten should be taken to the vet for its first checkup and shot. You may find other animals in the waiting room, so make sure your kitten is safe. The first visit will take about 30 minutes. The vet will want to examine the kitty and start a medical record. The vet looks for general attitude, alertness, congenital defects like hernias, heart or eye problems, infections, fever, parasites, or intestinal worms. She will also verify the sex, which is sometimes a surprise to the owner. A vaccine program will begin on this first visit. Your cat will need shots for distemper, leukemia, and rabies. This initial shot series can be completed in 3 to 4 visits and by 6 months of age. A sample of the kitten's stool should be brought for the vet to check. Worming can be done if necessary. Your vet should recommend a diet and any other health care needs for your cat. Most items can be purchased at their office or at a reliable pet store. You'll need to plan yearly trips to the vet for an examination and for distemper, rabies, and leukemia vaccinations. A rabies shot is given at 6 months, 18 months, and every 3 years thereafter. A yearly check of the cat's stool is also recommended. You should feel comfortable with your vet and the services he provides. Ask for books or other reading materials that will help you better understand the needs of your pet. Your vet should be notified if there are any changes in the cat's regular habits or attitude. Ask what their regular office hours are and what you should do in case of an emergency.
Let's spend a few minutes talking about common cat diseases and other health problems. The most serious to date is the feline leukemia virus. Leukemia is a bone marrow disease. Feline leukemia virus can cause leukemia, other bone marrow disorders, tumors, and immune suppression. A virus reduces the number of white blood cells in the cat's immune system. This leaves the cat defenseless to other types of infection. Feline leukemia virus is everywhere. It isn't isolated to a certain part of a state or country. The disease is spread between cats by direct contact through saliva, sharing food dishes, contact with the urine of an infected cat, or a mother cat's milk. There is no evidence of contact to humans. If you've lost a cat to this disease, do not bring a new cat into your home for at least 6 months. Your vet will test the cat to see if it has been exposed. Since this is a virus, the vaccine will not cure an infected cat. But if the leukemia virus is in an early stage, the cat may be able to overcome it. It is so important to have your cat or kitten tested for this disease. Some cats show no signs of being ill, while others may show symptoms of depression, weight loss, pale gums, little appetite, or breathing problems. The virus affects bone marrows and can cause lymph node cancer. A tremendous amount of research is being done on feline leukemia virus. Your yearly visit to the vet will bring you up to date on new information and vaccines. Feline urologic syndrome is a second illness in cats. It affects both male and female cats and is a disorder of the urinary tract. FUS is the formation of mineral crystals, stones, or plugs in the urinary tract. There are several causes for this disease: obesity, insufficient water intake, lack of exercise, or high levels of magnesium. Your vet will try to determine the underlying cause and recommend a recovery plan. The early warning signs may be subtle: frequent urination or urinating in unusual places, blood in the urine, crying or straining during urination, licking the genitals frequently. The later, more severe signs are depression, vomiting, or refusing to eat, and a painful abdomen. FUS is very serious and can kill your cat within 2 days. The sad thing is that even if the disease is treated in time, it can reoccur. Follow your vet's advice to help cure your cat. Probably the most common topic in cat health care is altering the sex of the animal. Spay and neuter procedures are available through vets, special animal clinics, and hospitals. Go to a vet you know and trust. The female surgery is more expensive, and usually an overnight stay is required for both animals. The cost will vary depending on the procedure and equipment used. Ask your vet what procedures they use. Females and males should be neutered at 6 months. But remember, any cat over 6 months of age can and should be altered. A female cat can produce more than 100 kittens over an 8-year period. Thousands of cats run wild because of irresponsible pet owners. Most people put the blame on the owner of the female pet. But the male cat is just as responsible for producing all those kittens. Unwanted kittens and cats are a major epidemic in all parts of the world. Unless you are a professional breeder, have your animals altered. You'll find that your cat will become a much better pet. Declawing is another surgery that many cat owners have to consider. Cats can cause thousands of dollars of damage with their claws. There are many training techniques to consider before having your cat declawed. Try these first, and if they don't work, see your vet. A general anesthetic is used, and usually a 2-day stay at the vet's is required. There are 3 basic procedures that can be used. Your vet will use the one that works best for him. Your cat will be defenseless outside, so plan for your cat to enjoy the comforts of living indoors. Plaque, tooth decay, and gum disease can seriously affect the health of your cat. Routine visits to the vet will spot the need for teeth cleaning, but you can help control the problem by brushing the cat's teeth yourself. Pet toothpaste or plain water should be used. What is most important is the rubbing action against the teeth and gums. Start the brushing routine at an early age. Most plaque forms on the outside surfaces of the teeth. That area is best approached by pulling the lips back. You don't need to open their mouth, which is what most cats object to. You'll get some resistance, but don't give up. Massage the teeth and gums with a child-sized toothbrush or special pet brush. You can also use a washcloth wrapped around your finger. It's very important to start gradually. Make it fun or a game and reward your cat right afterwards. Once you've established a routine, repeat the home care brushing about 3 times a week. Plaque is soft and can be removed by brushing. Once it turns into tartar, it needs to be removed with dental instruments. Afterwards, the owner can brush the plaque away to prevent new tartar from forming. Older cats may not be very enthusiastic about this. If your cat simply refuses to participate, have your vet clean your cat's teeth as needed. Diet plays an important part in controlling tartar. Moist foods can add to the problem, where dry foods actually help to remove plaque. Proper dental care will keep their teeth clean and healthy longer. Some cats gain more weight than they should. Obesity can be caused from overeating, lack of exercise, or maybe other medical problems. Your vet should examine the cat to determine the solution. There are reducing diets for cats, as well as other alternatives. For the fat, healthy cat, reduced calories and exercise should do the trick. Cats can live 20, even 30 years. This is my 20-year-old cat, Musette. Because cat owners are taking better care of their pets, cats are living longer. So we're finding out more about cats and their special needs. When a cat reaches 10 years of age or older, think about the situations he is exposed to. If your cat has arthritis, for example, make sure the food, water, and litter tray are easy to get to. An electric pad, especially made for pets, may be of comfort. Also, be aware of common cat illnesses in the older cat. Hyperthyroidism, arthritis, and cancers are the most common. Pay more attention to their personality and physical changes. A good quality diet won't require additional supplements, but a yearly exam will monitor any special requirements your cat may have. With good care, you can look forward to many happy years with your cat. You know, most houseplants receive better care than most house cats. Of all the members of an average household, the cat receives the least amount of care or attention. Cats are extremely clean animals, and they like their environment to be clean also, like the litter box, food, and water dish. A routine home care health program can make your cat a happier, healthier pet. Fleas are the biggest nuisance to a pet and its owner. For every 1 flea you find on the cat, there are probably 100 in the making, because most of a flea's life cycle happens off the pet. You can either bathe the cat or use mild powder, spray, or dip that is sponged on. Flea collars can offer some aid if the problem isn't too serious. If you use a flea collar, make sure it is the breakaway type for cats. Air it out for 24 hours before placing it on your cat. Watch for any signs of redness, irritation, or hair loss. Use a flea collar that is either recommended by your vet or a reliable pet store. Flea foggers and sprays will be needed to kill both the active flea and its larvae in your home. Bombing your house may correct a lot of the problem. Environmental control is 90% of the battle. Grooming a cat can be simple or complex. It depends on the cat. If you have a show cat, then your grooming routine is probably pretty sophisticated. But if your ordinary house cat takes proper care of itself, then a quick, simple grooming regime is in order. Cats generally do not need to be bathed unless they have a serious flea problem, special skin disease, or are always dirty. If you begin bathing your cat as a kitten, she will probably get used to it. If your mature cat has never been bathed, be extra careful your first time. Use a shampoo that is recommended for cats. Place a towel or window screen on the base of the sink or tub. That will let the cat have something to cling to during its bath. Have the sink already filled with lukewarm water before you get the cat. Slowly wet the head, sides, legs, and back of the cat. Gently massage the shampoo onto the cat. Be careful to keep the soap and water out of his eyes and ears. Rinse very carefully and wrap the cat in a towel to dry. Make sure the room temperature is warm. You can hold a blow dryer at a distance to speed up the drying cycle, but be sure to use a medium, not hot temperature. Always blow the fur in the direction of its growth. The brush is the most helpful grooming tool for your cat. Daily brushing removes dirt, hair, fleas, and any other debris your cat may have gotten into. It's easy too. Cats have very sensitive skin, so brush lightly and always in the direction of the hair growth. Cats are natural manicurists. They need to strip away the outgrown sheath that covers each claw to make room for the new claw underneath. You should clip the nails weekly. Gently press the cat's toes one at a time so the nail protrudes. Snip off only the very tip. If you clip any more than that, you will have cut the vessel in the claw. If this happens, use a styptic powder to stop the bleeding. Usually just the front nails need to be clipped. Use treats and praise as needed to make the experience enjoyable. Cats don't show signs of illness until it's in its advanced stage. There's a quick routine physical you can do to make sure your cat or kitten isn't hiding something from you. Start with the head. Look at the teeth and gums. Check for tartar or brown stains on the teeth. Press against the gums. The gums should turn white, then instantly go back to pink. Look for any signs of bleeding gums as well. Look inside the ears. They should be light, pink, and clean. Check for discharge and odor. Look in the eyes. They should be clear, with both pupils of the same size. If the pupils are different size, this may be a sign of disease. Large pupils in daylight can mean a loss of vision. Run your hands over the length of the cat's body. Feel for weight changes, lumps, or bumps. You should be able to feel the ribs, but they should not be so obvious. The type of coat your cat has may be deceiving. Feel the abdomen for any loss or distension. Your vet can teach you how to feel the cat's bladder. Check the anal area for diarrhea or tapeworms. Check your cat's stool periodically. If your cat goes to the bathroom outdoors, spy on him, then dig up the stool to check. Watch how your cat breathes. You may be able to detect heart or lung irregularities. Feel the legs and paws. Cats who fight often get abscesses on their paws. If you find any problems, call your vet right away. Catching an infection or disease in its early stage may save the cat's life and cost much less. Sometimes cats are victims of sad or ruthless accidents. When helping an injured cat, whether a pet or stranger, use extreme caution. A cat bite or scratch can be hazardous to your health. Protect yourself by wearing a thick jacket or gloves. If you find a cat that has been seriously injured, work carefully and quickly. First aid means exactly that. It's the aid you give to the cat before going to the vet. Apply direct pressure on any bleeding areas. Try not to move the cat until you're ready to go to the vets. Place the cat on a board or in a box and put a towel or blanket around him to keep him warm and secure. Keep your vet and animal emergency numbers where they're easy to find. Call ahead to let them know the problem. Hopefully, this injured cat was wearing identification tags so its owner can be notified. Medicating a cat isn't always easy. The secret is to work quickly. Here's one method that you can use. Take the pill and wrap it in butter or some other favorite food. Then, I know you're not going to like this, kitty, reach up like so and put it right down to the back of the throat. Stroke the neck until you're sure it went down, or give your cat a fun treat. When he's relaxed, quickly slip the medicine to the back of the throat, then follow up with another treat. If your cat is diabetic, you can learn how to give shots from your vet. Administering all the prescribed medication is important, even if the cat feels better before the medicine runs out. Be sure to follow the directions. Never give a cat aspirin substitute or any household medication unless it is prescribed by your vet. Nutrition has a direct effect on your cat's health. A complete and balanced diet will promote clear eyes, healthy coat, proper weight, normal stool, and a good attitude for your cat. Animal protein, carbohydrates, fats, minerals, and vitamins are the main ingredients in cat food. The bottom line is, you get what you pay for. Avoid generic food products. Some standard brands, or better yet, premium quality brands, are the best. Ask your vet to recommend the best diet for your cat. Foods you should never feed your cat are bones of any kind, raw fish, raw meat, raw egg whites, although the yolk is okay, spicy foods, or dog food. These foods can be very harmful. Each cat in your household should have his own feeding bowl. Cats eat at different rates and each with their own style. Ceramic or glass bowls are better than plastic because some cats are allergic to plastic. Place the feeding bowls a few feet apart. The feeding location should be in a quiet, uncongested area. Rinse the bowls after each meal to prevent bacteria food odor. Your cat may become a finicky eater for several reasons. Cleanliness for one. That's why it's important to wash the feeding bowls and keep the general area clean. Never feed a cat its meals next to the litter box. Cats are snackers, and because they may eat several times a day, you can provide them with treats and foods that meet their nutritional needs as well as their interest. Canned food should be served at room temperature. Adding a few drops of hot water will stimulate interest. Some cats will throw up food that's too cold. It's also hard to smell when it's cold, so they just ignore it. The color of dry cat food is for you, not the cat. However, the shape is interesting to the cat. The three-legged or star shapes are easy to chew and help control tartar on their teeth. If your cat or kitten simply refuses to eat, call your vet right away. Failure to eat may indicate a sign of illness. Stress from moving or other changes in a household can cause a cat to change his eating habits. Reassurance can turn this around. As an older cat's metabolism begins to slow down, his appetite may slow down also. This type and amount of food may vary during your cat's lifetime. But any cat, no matter what the age, will require fresh water daily. Milk from the kitten's mother is all the milk a cat will ever need. Dairy products can cause diarrhea, but small amounts can provide essential fats a cat needs in his diet. Watch the amount of dairy products you give your cat and eliminate them if diarrhea occurs. Feed a kitten only kitten food. Their teeth are not strong enough to chew adult dry food. Your kitten will need 4 meals a day, up to 6 months of age. Through adulthood, you may free feed your cat as long as he's not obese. Pregnant and nursing cats need more calories and protein than the average cat. Your vet may prescribe dietary supplements to meet her increasing needs. The amount of food a normal adult cat needs depends on the activity level. 2 meals a day and light snacks for treats are most common. Be careful not to overfeed your cat because obesity increases the risk of heart disease, diabetes, joint disorders, and other serious health problems. If obesity is not a problem, feed your adult cat a good quality dry, soft, moist, or canned food, either free choice, leaving the food out all the time, or meal feeding. If you are meal feeding your cat, provide him with 2 meals a day and limit the length of the meal to 2 hours. We see fewer behavior problems in free-fed cats. Elderly cats may become finicky eaters. A decrease in appetite may be due to a decrease in activity or poor health. Always provide your cat with foods that you know she likes. If she shows signs of not eating, check with your veterinarian. He may prescribe a special diet for your older cat. Did you ever wonder who taste tests cat food? Who gives it the paw of approval? Well, cats do. Thousands of them who are carefully monitored from birth. They decide what they like and what they don't. All leading pet food companies conduct cat control groups to determine taste, texture, and food combination preferences. Gourmet, you say? They decide.
Fit, not fat, is the shape your cat should be in. Motivating a cat to play isn't as hard as you think, and a little play each day will keep the fat away. Some cats, though, may show a little resistance, but he'll get the hang of it soon. An exercise or Cattercise program is easy to plan and fun to do. A 10 to 15 minute daily workout should keep your cat in good shape. Cat owners who work can strategically organize entertainment centers to keep their cats active. Make sure the toys you choose are safe and non-toxic. Loose string and yarn is very dangerous if swallowed. You can help your cat overcome boredom and loneliness. Try some of these. Toys dangling from chairs, cupboards, or doors. These invite a tempting swatter too. Favorite play items scattered about, a recently worn piece of clothing like a robe, paper bags, not plastic, special kitty greens or catnip, a window seat, or even a fish aquarium. Some cats, on the other hand, work for a living. Pets in the workplace are more common than ever before. This cat is in charge of customer relations at a foreign car repair business. She also does occasional bookkeeping. While special orders at a florist shop are supervised by this feline.
Pets fill a need. We like having them around, whether at home or at work. They add something special to our lives. In July of 1978, a very famous feline died, Morris the cat. His death affected everyone who knew him. Why? Because he was charming, he was entertaining, he had personality, and his commercials reminded us of pets and people that we've known. We all related to him. When a pet dies, we feel a loss that is sometimes hard to face. This loss can be as devastating as the death of a friend or family member. There are ways to cope with your grief. First of all, try to understand why it is that your pet died. Was it old age, illness, an accident? Share your feelings. Share them with family members, friends, and your veterinarian. Try to cope with your feelings. Coping with feelings is the best way to handle grief. Holding some kind of ceremony is also important. Often the loss of a pet is the first experience a child has with death. If you have children, plan a ceremony so that they will understand that animals are buried just like people. Some people go as far as to bury their pets in a pet cemetery or in a mausoleum, such as this one at the Humane Society. Getting a new pet right away can sometimes take away from the value of having a pet. If children think they can just get another one, they may not respect animals the way they should. Euthanasia is something many pet owners have to face. Putting an animal to sleep is a hard decision, and often the guilt is overwhelming. But you must realize if the animal is no longer suffering, you've made the right decision. Sharing those happy memories you had with your cat can help you cope with the loss. Loving your pet is natural. So is grieving. What is a responsible cat owner? It's a person who is responsive to the cat's needs and is smart enough to train the cat to fit into his life. People, as well as cats, create their own unique lifestyle. We're all creatures of habit. When you own a pet, you need to adapt to its wants and needs, and vice versa. Cats are very adaptive creatures who learn to live in a variety of spaces and living environments. By using proper training techniques, you and your cat can develop a wonderful relationship together. The best time to train a cat is when it is young. If you've ever watched a litter of kittens with their mother, you can see how quickly they learn from her. If you have an older cat, you'll need to spend more time because you'll be breaking old habits in the training process. Cats have high problem-solving abilities. They also learn quickly. This combination makes it possible to train a cat, contrary to what many cat owners think. Be aware that, though training takes time and effort, all cats have the ability to learn. We're going to talk about two types of training. One is teaching your cat new behaviors, like tricks or commands, and the other is teaching alternative behaviors, behaviors which replace undesirable habits. The best way to start any type of training is to communicate with your cat. Work on initiating interaction by talking, stroking, and playing. Pay close attention to his body language and what he's trying to tell you. The basic tools you'll need to use are repetition, consistency, and patience. You'll also need special treats. These need to be treats or foods he doesn't usually get at mealtime. And never use these treats for anything but training. Your cat must associate the special treats with obeying you. Another trick is using a clicker or cricket. This sound means that food is coming. Professional animal trainers use it during their sessions. It gives the cat an association between the act he is expected to perform and the treat or reward that will follow. It's an effective tool and one you may want to try. Simplicity is the key in letting your cat know what is required of her. You can teach your cat the difference between behaviors you want and behaviors you don't want by showing her what is allowed and what isn't. Simple communication is what they understand best. Only one person should conduct the training sessions. Later on, the cat will be able to understand commands by other people, but in the beginning, designate one person as the trainer. Your training program should take place in a quiet location. Unplug the phone and turn off the TV or radio. Close your windows if outside noises are distracting. You should gear the length of the lesson to the cat's attention span. Most lessons are short, about 3 to 5 minutes, 3 to 4 times a day. Positive reinforcement is very important. Your cat must be given a reward for working and must know that the reward is a result of his work. A reward can be stroking used with verbal compliment or a treat. Food is really the best reward. Give the reward immediately following the action. The reward and action must be connected in the cat's mind. Remember, positive reinforcement is used to strengthen a behavior. Punishment is never used during a training session. If you reprimand your cat for not doing something right, he'll never do it again. At all. It's easier to train a cat to do something than to stop doing something. Let's start with a basic command. How many times have you seen a cat come to the sound of a can opener? Teaching your cat to come is one of the easiest commands to begin with. Start the training at mealtime. Place the food on the floor and say your kitty's name, come. When the cat approaches the food dish, say, good, kitty. Offer a special treat if you need to. Repeat this at every mealtime for a couple of weeks until your cat seems to respond to the command and the treat. If your cat comes to the sound of a can opener, say come before turning it on. After the cat has learned to come to its food dish, call him to come in other locations. Always have a treat ready for a reward. Constant repetition is very important. Do the exercise, whatever it is you expect the cat to do, over and over. Your cat will finally figure out that you want him to do something, so he'll do it. Remember, cats are habit-oriented. They can learn. Always use repetition, consistency, and patience when training your cat. And plenty of treats and praise. Let's talk about correcting cat problems. How to train your cat to stop doing something that is annoying. There are 3 things you should evaluate first. 1. Check the environment. A change in your habits, a new guest, too many cats, or even construction going on next door are examples of events that contribute to behavior problems. Secondly, changing the physical state of the cat can prevent many problem behaviors, like neutering or declawing, for example. And third, check the health of your cat. Illness can be the root of behavior problems. Let's talk about the importance of using positive and negative reinforcement. Positive reinforcement will strengthen a behavior. It will make the cat want to repeat that behavior. Negative reinforcement will strengthen an avoidance behavior. This is how your cat learns to avoid things that are unpleasant. Punishment will weaken a behavior. Punishment must occur as the cat begins the behavior. Punishment doesn't mean hitting or kicking your cat. That will only cause distrust. Use a firm no, and use only the word no instead of stop it or quit it. No doesn't mean bad cat. No means stop. You can also use a mild tap on the nose. That's a good kitty. 2 common techniques you can use as negative reinforcers are a water gun or plant atomizer and the verbal sound psst. Water is a very effective tool. When you see your cat approaching the couch to claw or the curtain to climb, blast them. Try to make your shot before they commit the act.
If you don't, you may cause confusion, and your cat may think it's okay to climb halfway up the curtain, if that's where you made your shot. So be armed and ready. The second negative reinforcer is the sound psst. This catches a cat's attention quickly and can curb that bad behavior. Now, positive reinforcers include praise or treats. Remember, the treats used for training should not be treats your cat normally receives, but should be consistent with a good diet. As your cat becomes better at those behaviors that you want, start using a variable schedule of reinforcement when using treats. That is a form of gambling. Sometimes he gets it, sometimes he doesn't, but if he doesn't play, he doesn't win. By using positive and negative reinforcement, you can cure common cat problems. But be consistent. It's important that your cat realize that a behavior that is bad all the time, and a behavior that is good all the time. Let's look at some common cat problems now.
Clawing furniture is one of the most annoying behaviors cat owners are faced with. One cat can literally cause thousands of dollars of damage to furniture and carpets. But luckily, there are several different solutions you can consider. If your cat claws the furniture, she's probably leaving a scent from her pads and re-scenting daily. Cover the clawed portion of the furniture with heavy plastic, not food wrap. Now, you'll want to give your cat an alternative scratching device. Scratching posts and cat trees are the most popular alternatives. These can be homemade or purchased at any pet store. Some are made of carpet, wood, cork, or corrugated cardboard. Looped carpet can catch claws. This makes it hard for Kitty to like her cat post. You can attract your cat to the cat post by using mint leaves or catnip. Place the post near the area the cat has been scratching. Gradually move it to her favorite sleeping area. Cats often scratch when awakening. But remember, prevention is the key. Train your kitten to use the scratch post when she awakens and throughout the day. Try these tips first, and if they don't work, consider having your cat declawed. There are many reasons your cat may refuse to use this litter box. First, make sure that it's not a health problem. Have your veterinarian check him. If it's not a health problem, then it's a behavior problem. Don't punish your cat in or around the cat box. Keep the litter 1 to 2 inches in depth, no deeper. Do not use cat pan liners. Clean the pan of stool twice each day. Change the litter if it's 25% wet. Use a litter your cat likes. Plain clay litter seems to be the most popular. Clean the box once each week. Use a mild detergent, no ammonia or harsh chemicals. A vinegar and water rinse is desirable. If you have more than one cat, you may need more than one box. Feed your cat well away from the cat box. And if your cat tends to go to the bathtub, fill the bathtub with 1 or 2 inches of water. If your cat returns to a favorite spot, clean that spot with a carpet shampoo or some type of pet shampoo and use a vinegar water rinse. Then place the litter box over that area and gradually move it, once your cat is using it regularly, to his normal spot. If odor is a problem for you, there are cat boxes designed to help you with this problem. We have here a cat box that has a charcoal filter on it. Also, believe it or not, there are some products on the market which are designed to help you toilet train your cat.
A cat jumps up on counters and furniture for several reasons. The most obvious is that cats like to be in high places, or they're trying to escape from children or dogs. Some reasons can be medical. A disease such as feline urological syndrome may cause the cat to jump into a sink to urinate. Or people who only feed the cat once or twice a day often find their cats on the counter searching for food. If obesity is not a problem, free feeding or leaving dry food out all day can help. It's important to be consistent. Don't allow the cat to jump up sometimes and not others. Punishment is best used when your presence is not associated with it. In other words, don't let the cat know you're responsible for the punishment. If you use a squirt bottle to surprise your jumping cat, hide and ambush him from your hiding place. The best time to punish is as the cat begins the behavior, not when she's finished. A couple I counseled wanted to know how to keep their Siamese kitten from jumping on the drapes. I suggested that they squirt the kitten with a spray bottle of water as she approached the curtains. 2 weeks later, I called to see how it went. They reported 50% success. What do you mean? Does she do it 50% of the time? I asked. No. When they squirted her, she was halfway up the curtain. Now she runs halfway up and jumps off. Double-sided sticky tape is also a very effective tool to curb counter-rating. Put liberal amounts of it on sheets of butcher paper or newspaper. Cover the counter with the sheets, sticky side up. When the kitty jumps up, she's in for a big surprise.
Another type of climbing is tree climbing. If you can't safely get the cat out of a tree, don't call the fire department. That can be embarrassing. Call a tree surgeon, but be sure to let him know what's wrong with your tree.
Occasionally, owners encounter problems with chewing and sucking in cats. Prevention is important. Don't take a kitten away from its mother before it's weaned. In addition to sucking, the prematurely adopted cat will show shy and aggressive behaviors as an adult. Wool sucking is a phenomenon seen mostly in Siamese cats. They generally stop by 2 years of age. In the meantime, good deterrents are Chew Stop products or a strong mouthwash. Apply one to the material the cat tends to chew. Do you have a cat that attacks when you walk in the door or when you pet him? This problem is more common than thought to be. Here are some steps you can take to reduce the problem. Always play gently with your cat. No roughhousing. If you have children, supervise them when they're with your cat. Establish a praise session each day. Choose a time when your cat is relaxed and stop before he reaches the point of irritation. Include treats in the session. Some attacks, especially in males, are sexually influenced. After being stroked for a period of time, some males will attack. Neutering will help solve this problem. Hormone therapy may be needed. No matter what the reason for aggression, trimming the nails is a good idea. Cats spray for many reasons, but the two main motives are territoriality and anxiety. Males and females, castrated and intact, may spray. Neutering a male cat reduces the inclination for him to spray. If you have more than 1 or 2 cats, overcrowding could be the problem. Using ammonia products in the home can cause spraying. Changes in the home, visitors, new pets, or remodeling can also cause spraying. If your cat sprays, look for the problem source first, then correct it. If this fails to change the cat's behavior, talk to your vet. Sometimes we experience problems of a different sort, but with a little planning and preparation, these can be avoided. Most cats are territorial. They mark an area that they consider to be their own. This can be one room in a house or an entire backyard. It's their security zone. When a cat has to be moved to a new location, there are certain precautions you need to take. First of all, make travel arrangements that are as comfortable as possible for the cat. If you're traveling by car, make sure the doors or windows aren't open without knowing exactly where the cat is. Bring along any favorite toys and treats. Make sure that you have plenty of water and food, and never leave your cat locked in a hot car. Before you move, visit your vet to bring the cat's health record up to date. Ask your vet if he can recommend a veterinarian in your new location. Be sure to comfort the cat as much as possible during your travels. I recommend using an airline kennel or other cat carrier. It keeps the cat safe and secure. When you get to your new location, keep the cat indoors for several days in one room along with food, water, and litter box. If your cat is already an indoor cat, he should adjust quickly to this situation. After a time, allow the cat access to the rest of the home. Show him where all the familiar objects will be, like the food dish and litter tray. The empty boxes and packing paper should keep him pretty busy. Your cat should become comfortable with his new surroundings very soon. And remember, locate a vet right away. We've all heard stories of incredible journeys, cats returning to the place they once lived. Some cats traveled 1 block, others for a month. Cats have a unique sense of time and direction. When a cat returns to an old neighborhood, he does it by following the sun in the direction he used to see it. You see, cats have a built-in time clock. They orient themselves as far as where they are, their location, where the sun is in the sky, and the time of day. When they move to a new location, they become disoriented, and they try to find their old place. Cats that are careful and lucky enough to escape injury can eventually reach their old home. Introducing a new family member in a cat's household can also be traumatic. This new person or animal is a trespasser as far as the cat's concerned. When a new person enters the picture, you will need to decide how the cat can benefit from this new insider. If it is a spouse or friend, hopefully they will love your cat as you do and will offer it more attention. If it is a baby or child, you'll have to make some rules. Children in general are loud and have unpredictable energy. Cats that were not socialized with children as kittens usually are not thrilled with them as adults. Babies, on the other hand, will take away much of that quality time you once shared with the cat. The cat may not welcome the baby's advances as he begins to crawl and explore. Slowly promote gentle interaction with babies and children. Do not let children tease or play with the cat unattended. Try to reserve some special time for your cat. Time and patience can solve the new intruder problem. Introducing a new animal is a little bit different. The family cat will not be the head of the welcoming committee. However, your cat will vocalize an opinion right away. Cats are very protective of their territory, so any new animal, whether cat or dog, is going to take some time getting used to. Don't force the friendship on either animal. Each pet will be curious of the other, so let them explore this new arrangement. Usually, it's only a matter of time for the dominance order to be established, but be careful that neither animal is hurt in the process. Pay close attention to both the new and the old pet. Hopefully, they will accept each other and develop a unique companionship. Sometimes you'll find that people will have a strange reaction to your cat. It's not that they don't like your pet, it's just that they are allergic to cats. An allergy to cats can range from mild to severe, from sneezing and itching to welts and asthma attacks. People are reacting to the cat dander and saliva, not to the length of the fur. So someone can be just as allergic to a short-haired tabby as they can be to a long-haired Persian. Grooming and vacuuming can help the problem, but it won't solve it. Remember to ask new visitors to your home if they're allergic to cats. Cleaning beforehand and placing the cat in a separate area of the house may get them through the dinner party. Taking antihistamines can also help. If someone pets your cat and has a reaction, advise them not to touch their face. Have them wash their hands and arms immediately. A surprising fact is that many veterinarians are allergic to cats. In fact, I have a mild allergy myself. Sometimes pet owners can become ill from a disease or infection their cat is carrying. Probably the most serious is rabies. If your cat had rabies and bit you, enough to break the skin, you would contract the disease. If your cat comes in from outdoors and has brushed a poison oak bush or other infectious plant, you'll soon be scratching. One of the most serious diseases that can be caught from a cat is toxoplasmosis. This is an organism the cat passes in its feces. It's possible to contract this when cleaning the litter box. Other sources are from soil the cat has used or from raw or undercooked meat. Pregnant women are advised not to clean the litter box or work in the garden because of this disease. Cats are one source of ringworm infection. Don't always assume it came from the cat, however, but have your cat checked by a veterinarian. Ringworm can also be contracted from soil or sharing clothing from someone who has this fungus. Many times the family cat is blamed for diseases or skin infections it didn't cause. If your cat is well groomed by both you and itself, looks healthy and happy, and is not exposed to the outdoors, you'll probably not experience any problems. Some people have another reaction to cats, ailurophobia, a fear of cats. This is a frightening, devastating phobia that many people suffer from. Often psychological counseling is needed. If you know someone that is afraid of cats, don't tease or try to cure them of this phobia. If you find you can't solve common or special problems on your own, seek advice from your veterinarian or an animal psychologist. Almost all problems can be corrected with the right training and reinforcement. When I counsel clients on problem cat behaviors, I know they are taking a responsible approach to solving those problems. They want to correct the problem with a practical, sensible program, rather than get rid of the cat. Animal shelters are full of unwanted pets that weren't given a chance.
Owning a pet carries with it many responsibilities. It means caring for your cat by providing him with proper health care, nutrition, and training. It's awfully sad that kittens are given away on street corners, taken to the pound, or worse yet, abandoned. Unwanted cats are born by the thousands every day. In the United States alone, more than $100 million is spent each year collecting them and destroying them. It's backbreaking and heart-aching. As a responsible pet owner, you need to meet all their needs: food, shelter, and proper health care. There are as many ways to train a cat as there are cats. Just remember the basic principles of positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, and punishment, and you can train your cat. A happy cat can be one of our greatest companions. They are special to people of all ages, all backgrounds. You'll find the most unique quality in a cat is his perception of your love and the ability to love you in return.